Some engines fade out at 100,000 miles. They're just getting started. From million-mile diesels to gas engines that outlive the trucks they power, these are the toughest, longest-lasting truck engines ever made. Why do some keep going when others quit? Let's find out. And if your truck's still running strong past 300K, drop the engine name in the comments. It might just be on this list. Let's kick off the countdown. 18 Toyota 5.7-liter iForce V8. This Japanese brute didn't come to play. Toyota's 5.7-liter iForce V8, found in tundras and sequoias since 2007, was built to outlast the competition. With its cast aluminum heads, strong iron block, and non-interference design, it's common to see these motors clear 300,000 miles without breaking a sweat. And yes, some fleet trucks have documented over 500,000 miles with just basic upkeep. If you've owned a 5.7-liter iForce, how many miles did you rack up before it even blinked? 17. Chevy 5.3-liter Vortec V8, Gen 3/4. It's not flashy, but it just won't die. Chevy's 5.3-liter Vortec V8, especially the Gen 3 and 4 versions, powered millions of Silverados, Tahoes, and Sierras from the late 90s into the 2000s and 10s. What made it great? Iron block strength, simple pushrod design, and modest factory tuning kept stress low and longevity high. 500,000 miles isn't a stretch for this engine. If you've got a high-mile 5.3 still running like new, tell us your secret in the comments. (16) Toyota 4.7-liter iForce V8. Before the 5.7, Toyota's 4.7-liter V8 set the standard. Reliable, smooth, and nearly unkillable, it powered early tundras, sequoias, and even the legendary Land Cruiser. Owners have seen these engines hit 400,000 miles with nothing more than routine oil changes. Its over-engineered timing belt setup and strong internals made it a quiet beast in the reliability game. Would you take this over a GM small block? Let us know your pick. 15 Ford 3.5-liter EcoBoost V6 second generation. Twin turbos and long life. It sounds risky, but Ford nailed it. The second-gen 3.5-liter EcoBoost fixed the first-gen's flaws and delivered one of the most dependable modern V6s in the game. With port and direct injection, upgraded internals, and better cooling, these engines push 250K plus miles with ease when properly maintained. And in an F-150, that means hauling, towing, and hard daily work. Still worried about turbos? Tell us in the comments. Would you trust one? 14. Ford 5.0-liter Coyote V8, first and second generation. Modern muscle with an old-school work ethic. The 5.0-liter Coyote V8 brought double overhead camshaft sophistication to the F-150 lineup, and it brought reliability too. Its all-aluminum design, forged crank, and oil cooling make it surprisingly durable. Many owners report 300K plus miles in daily use. Yes, timing chain tensioners can fail, but the core design is rock solid. Do you prefer the Coyote's modern feel or the old pushrod simplicity? 13 Nissan 5.6-liter Endurance V8. It doesn't get much attention, but it should. The 5.6-liter Endurance V8 has quietly powered Titans, Armadas, and NV vans for decades with shockingly few complaints. These engines have a reputation for strong timing chains, forged-like internals, and long-haul reliability. 250,000 miles is common, and many fleet NVs hit 400K with original internals. Have you ever seen a Nissan V8 outlast a domestic? Tell us below. 12-GM 6.0-liter Vortec V8 LQ4 and LQ9. If you've driven a Silverado 2500, Suburban HD, or Express van, you've probably felt the pull of the 6.0-liter Vortec. It's big, it's heavy, and it's built to last. With iron blocks, conservative horsepower, and simple electronics, the LQ4 and LQ9 regularly cross the 300K mark. Some fleet vehicles run these past 500K with no rebuilds. If you've got a 6.0 liter still going strong, drop your mileage in the comments. 11. Dodge 5.2 liter Magnum V8. Mopar's 5.2 liter Magnum V8 is often overlooked, but in terms of pure toughness, it's no slouch. This LA-based small block served Dodge trucks for decades. Its moderate compression, tough block, and low-end torque gave it long legs. 250K miles is common, especially in half-ton Rams. And yes, it'll keep running even if you're a little relaxed on maintenance. Which do you prefer, the 5.2 or the later 5.9 Magnum? 10. Chevy 6.0 liter small block, Gen 5 L96/L86. The modern version of the 6.0 liter lives on in the Gen 5 L96 and L86. These power heavy-duty GM trucks and SUVs with the same formula. Big cubes, low stress. Cylinder deactivation and direct injection add efficiency. But the core design remains about longevity. These engines are known to pass 300K miles while pulling trailers or living in work fleets. Have you tried a Gen 5 LS? Drop your experience below. 9. Ford 6.8 liter Triton V10. 10 cylinders of gas-powered longevity. The 6.8 liter Triton V10 served in Ford Super Duty trucks and vans for over 2 decades. With 310 horsepower and 425 pound-feet, it never felt strained, and that's part of why it lasts. Fleet managers love it. Mechanics respect it. 300K is common, 400K isn't shocking. You'll find these engines still running strong in junkyards, long after the vehicle rotted away. V10 fans, sound off in the comments. 8. Ford Modular 4.6 liter V8. Ford built millions of these engines, and you can still hear them rumbling on highways today. The 4.6 liter Modular V8 wasn't about flash or speed. It was about being there, day in, day out, year after year. With aluminum heads, a cast iron block, and a conservative output in most applications, it was engineered for durability over performance, and it delivered. You'd find it in everything from Crown Victorias and Mercury Grand Marquis to workhorse F-15s and even Econoline vans. Police departments swore by them. Taxi fleets pushed them to the brink, and still they kept going. 300,000 miles wasn't unusual. Some owners saw over 500,000 before the body gave up. One Lincoln Town car reportedly made it to 600,000 miles before rust, not the engine, sent it to the junkyard. Was it the fastest? Number. But it always started, it always ran, and it rarely complained. If you ever drove one, you know exactly what I mean. Did you own a 4.6 liter Modular that just refused to die? Drop your story below. These engines deserve a proper send-off. 7. Chrysler Slant 6225. Known far and wide as the indestructible 6, Chrysler's Slant 6 earned its reputation as the cockroach of engines, practically impossible to kill. This unique inline 6 was tilted at 30 degrees, giving it a distinctive look and better fuel distribution. But what really made it legendary was its sheer toughness. It powered Dodge trucks for decades, and no amount of neglect seemed to faze it. Think 300,000 miles without a rebuild? That was just normal. Overheating, skipped oil changes, leaky gaskets. The Slant 6 just shrugged it off like it didn't matter. Taxi fleets in the 1970s ran these engines hard day after day, and many of those engines are still ticking today. It's the kind of engine that makes you wonder if it's secretly immortal. If you've ever owned one, we want to hear your story. Just how far did you push your Slant 6, and how did it keep surprising you? Drop a comment below, and let's celebrate this bulletproof classic. 6. Dodge 318, 5.2 liter LA V8. Another Mopar legend, the Dodge 318 LA V8 often gets called the poor man's small block Chevy. And honestly, that's high praise coming from engine enthusiasts. This V8 wasn't about flashy power or high revs. Instead, it ran cool, stayed reliable, and didn't bat an eye if you skipped a few oil changes here and there. It never made huge horsepower numbers, but what it lacked in bragging rights, it made up for in rock-solid durability. Hitting 250,000 miles on this engine? That's just average. Seeing one cross 300,000 miles without major work? Totally doable. Dodge fans swear by the 318's simplicity and toughness. It's an engine you can count on, no matter what. So, what do you think? Is the 318 the most underrated V8 ever made? Have you had one in your rig? Share your experiences down below. We'd love to hear what kept your 318 going strong for the long haul. 5. Cummins 5.9-liter 12-valve 6BT. Welcome to the diesel gods. The original Cummins 5.9-liter 12-valve, also known as the legendary 6BT. This engine is pure mechanical magic, built with zero electronics, zero gimmicks. Just raw cast iron torque and rock-solid reliability. These engines were built like tanks. Seeing one hit 500,000 miles? That's just the baseline. 1 million miles? Totally achievable. And if that's not wild enough, there's a 1996 Dodge Ram out there with this exact engine that logged over 3 million miles on the original power plant. What makes the 12-valve even crazier is how well it takes power upgrades. You can push these motors harder, and they'll just keep rolling without missing a beat. Cummins fans, now's your chance. Drop your mileage stories in the comments. We want those receipts showing just how far you've pushed these legendary diesels. The 4. Ford Power Stroke 7.3-liter. The 7.3-liter Power Stroke isn't just reliable, it's legendary. Built by Navistar for Ford from '94 to '03, it combined old-school toughness with modern performance. Forged rods, conservative boost, and an efficient HEUI fuel system help these engines run 500K plus with ease. Some owners report over 750,000 miles, and yes, a few have cracked the million mark. This engine is why high-mile Fords still sell for a premium. Duh. 3. Chevy Small Block 350, the gold standard. From 1967 to the early 2000s, the Chevy 350 powered everything and just wouldn't quit. It was understressed, easy to work on, and had parts available in every garage in America. 250,000 on basic maintenance? Routine. Rebuilds are simple and cheap, and these engines often outlast the truck. Is the 350 the most loved V8 of all time? 2. Ford 300 Inline 6. It's the engine that powered America's farms, job sites, and back roads for decades. The Ford 306 was overbuilt, undertuned, and absolutely unstoppable. 7 main bearings, iron everything, torque everywhere. 300K? That's nothing. I new to item? Not rare. Trucks rust out around it. The engine keeps going. If you had one, tell us what finally killed it, if anything. 1. Toyota 1 GRFE 4.0-liter V6. Topping the list is a modern marvel, the 1 GRFE 4.0-liter V6. Used in Tacomas, 4Runners, and Tundras, this DOHC V6 is quiet, efficient, and nearly unkillable. Timing chain? Check. No turbos, no tricks. Just solid engineering and easy maintenance. These engines are regularly documented at 400,000 plus miles with no major repairs. It's the perfect example of how less tech often means more life. So now it's your turn. Which of these legendary engines do you trust to keep rolling mile after mile? Maybe you've owned one that refused to quit, or maybe you're dreaming about your next forever engine. Either way, I want to hear your stories. Drop them in the comments below and let's swap some hard-earned wisdom. If you've made it this far, that tells me you're serious about reliable power. So go ahead and give that like button a tap. And hey, if you want to keep exploring more deep dive lists like this one, hit subscribe and ring that bell. Trust me, you won't want to miss what's coming next. Thanks for sticking around, keeping that odometer turning, and being part of this community. Until the next video, keep your engines healthy and your adventures long. I'll see you out there.